everyone, it's Chris from Foodpocalypse Now, back for another snack attack, and you know what time it is. It's that time of the month. We have got Universal Yums. Yeah, I got my Universal Yums box earlier this week, and of course you're probably watching this on Monday or maybe later than that, but it is currently Saturday. Got it earlier in the week, and I'm so excited because we are taking a trip to Spain, and of course with Universal Yums, as I've mentioned several times in the past, you get this really cool little booklet with your Universal Yums box, and it's full of all sorts of cool facts and trivia on Spain or whatever country they happen to be featuring that month. But it's got some recipes. There's a recipe in here for a national dish of Spain, at least according to this. I don't know, I've never been to Spain, but tortilla española, recipe for that. There's a recipe for sangria in there as well, and a lot of cool interesting tidbits about the country of Spain, and a lot of cool interesting tidbits about these snacks that we're going to be trying. So I will be referencing this throughout the video because my memory is not so good these days, but really excited to try some of these snacks from Spain. There's some things in there that may seem a little bit familiar to us here in the United States, but also some things that are kind of a little different. So really excited to see what they're snacking on in Spain. So the first thing we're going to talk about out of this box from Spain from Universal Yums is one that I've been really interested in. The brand is called La Abuela Nieves, means Grandma Snow. I did my homework this time. It's lemon black pepper flavored artisan potato chips. And you know, I've had lemon pepper, you know, you've had lemon pepper fish and other things lemon peppered, a lot of dishes, but I've never had a potato chip. And I'm not 100% sure what to expect. I mean, I get lemon and pepper, but as a potato chip, I don't know how it's going to be. So really excited to try these and see how the lemon pepper potato chips are going to turn out. So without further ado, let's take a bite out of Spain. Wow, this is not what I'm used to in a potato chip. You really get that strong lemon citrusy flavor right off the bat. The pepper's not too strong. It's not bringing any real heat, but you get that pepper flavor with the lemon. And I gotta say, I was a little skeptical when I heard about it. When I saw the bag, I was like, oh, lemon pepper potato chips. I don't want potato chips tasting like lemon or pepper. But these are actually really good. Such a unique flavor for a potato chip, because I don't think I've ever had a potato chip where lemon is a primary component in the flavor. And I gotta say, that really is the dark horse in this box, because I wasn't expecting much out of it, but really get a lot of flavor. The chips are crisp, not too greasy, bursting with flavor. I tell you what, these really right off the bat, we're hitting maybe not a home run, but we're hitting one. You know, this is a solid triple on this box from Spain. Our next stop on our Universal Yums trip through Spain, of course, one of the crown jewels of Spain is their jamón ibérico. If you've ever had Iberian ham, you know what a delicacy this is. It's so tender, and of course they feed these hogs nothing but acorns, chestnuts, and olives. They cure the ham for over 3 years, and it's great as crispy bacon or sliced up really thin with some bread and some cheese. And that's kind of at the heart of this next yum from the Universal Yums Spain box, conics. And they are cheese and ham flavored. Now, if you're thinking of bugles here in the United States, probably be a very close representation. Corn cones and flavor, but I don't think I've ever had a bugle that tastes of cheese and ham. And you can never go wrong with cheese and ham in my book. And of course, Spain knows its ham, so these I'm expecting to be very good. We'll see how close or how far away from the bugles we have here in the United States with these conics. Wow, the cheese flavor is so strong. I mean, you get bugles and you really kind of get that artificial cheese flavor, but these taste like I just bit out of a crunchy piece of cheddar. The cheese flavor is so strong, and it's so good. And the ham is subtle. You get a little bit of that smokiness, you get a little bit of that savory ham flavor, but the cheese is really, I think, the star of the show on this, because it is so, like I said, it almost tastes like fresh cheese. I know it's not. I know it's powder on a corn cone, but the taste is so out of this world. You're not going to find this sort of flavor in a Bugle. No offense, Bugle. I love your product, but these conics, not sure how I'm saying that, whether it's right or wrong, but whatever they are, you can call them delicious, because these are fantastic. And definitely, this is one of those boxes where things just keep getting better and better. And I'm excited for what we have next, because I love gummies. My wife can attest to the fact that I have a bit of a problem when it comes to gummy bears, gummy worms, anything gummy peach rings. I've got some I've been hoarding from Easter, and I'm just waiting for a day, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, when she's not around and I can go and hide in a closet and just eat the whole bag of these gummy rings. I love gummy stuff that much. So really excited about these gummy spicy mango candies. Next on the Universal Yums Spain box. And Spain, they know how to grow some mangoes. Of course, down on the Costa del Sol, they get like 320 sunny, warm days a year. So perfect temperatures for growing delicious mangoes, and I'm sure that these gummy candies are gonna bring the flavor with the mango. And I'm smelling. I'm trying to smell what kind of heat to expect, because these are supposed to be spicy. They're supposed to bring the heat. I'll be the judge of that. Don't you worry. I'll be the judge of that. But all I want is flavor, and I'm hoping these things deliver. So you look at them right off the bat, and they look like they're probably going to be a little hard, like almost like a jelly bean more than a gummy. But then you grab one of these bad boys, and it is very gummy-like, not hard like a jelly bean at all. So it's bringing all the right textural things that I expect in a gummy. Let's see what it brings in flavor. There's the heat. Wow. You take a bite out of this, and you get punched in the face with flavor. I didn't have anything to worry about there. I was a little concerned, but by God, this is warm. You get punched in the mouth with flavor, because the mango can either be really subtle, depending on its application, or it can be really flavorful. These are flavor and then some. Flavor for days with these, and you don't get the heat right off the bat. It took me, maybe 5 chews. You saw when it hit me, and I could feel the top of my head starting to perspire. I'm getting the head sweats from these. Not blow you out of the water hot by any stretch of the imagination, but these things are gonna bring a little heat. Now, I've had a couple things in the Universal Yums boxes in the past where they said it's gonna be hot, and it really wasn't that hot. Those wasabi chips from the first box a couple months ago, they were good, tasted like great wasabi flavor, but not a lot of heat. These things are bringing the heat. I'm not gonna take a second bite, because I don't have enough water sitting beside me to handle eating any more of these. But wow, that right there is the real deal. These spicy mango gummies from the Spain Universal Yums box. This is legit, because it's bringing flavor, it's bringing heat, and it's gonna sucker punch you right in the jaw. Next up on this Universal Yums box from Spain, we've got a lot of candy in this box, chips and candy, and this one's La Casitos, and they're, like it says right there, gold. Spain, sent the conquistadors looking for gold in the New World, and they probably should have just stayed right at home, because these candies, from what I understand, are pure gold. in flavor. They're a white chocolate and caramel candy. Think of like a odd, flatter shaped, bigger M&M is what I'm seeing right here in front of me. And I'm just gonna pop a few of these in my mouth. Yeah, think M&M. Think M&M, slightly different shape, flatter, bigger, full of flavor. You really get a lot of that caramel and white chocolate mix. It's such a unique flavor because you get those caramely notes, but then you get a hint of white chocolate, because white chocolate is distinct. And these things are delicious. I could eat a whole bag of these. Probably shouldn't if I'm watching my girlish figure, which I say am. But these La Casitos are fantastic. Again, another one, just packed with flavor. You know, I thought, oh, you're probably going to have a hard time finding the caramel, finding the white chocolate, but not at all with these candies. Next up on our trip through Spain, the custard cream cortadillo. Now, word is that Spanish nuns came up with this, but nobody can really tell where, because there's different nuns from different places all along the, I believe the south of Spain, that are laying claim to being the first to create this this moist cake with the custard cream. I don't care who made it, just as long as it's delicious. That's all I care about. And this, I love custard. It's probably why I am in the state that I am. The sexy manimal that you see before you was made with custard. And so I'm really excited about this. And you look at it right off the bat, this thing looks every bit of moist. You can see the custard. I mean, it's not, I don't know. I've seen custard before where it's like, oh, that was out of a box, or somebody created that in some sort of laboratory. But this is looking legit. The cake is thin, but it's very moist. And let's give this a bite. Moist is not the word for it. If there were a word that took the word moist, I know a lot of people don't like that word, but I'm saying it as many times as I can. If you could take the word moist and take it to the 10th power, that's what that is. You get that great vanilla custardy taste. You get the moist cake. It's just spectacular. It's not hitting you in the face with flavor, but it's got a lot of really good flavors. I could see myself snacking on a few of these with a tall, cold glass of milk, and life would just be perfect. So definitely the cortadillos, the custard cream, definitely something you need to check out. And finally, on our trip through Spain, they gave us a bunch of candy. We've got some chocolate toffees and some cream de pistachio. And Spain, known for their pistachios, Castilla-La Mancha. Their pistachios are some of the best in the world. They're big, they're full of flavor, and they kind of took that as inspiration for these cream pistachio candies. And I'm gonna get a taste of one of these bad boys. Whatever you do, don't bite down on it like I just did right off the bat, but because you're gonna break a tooth or lose its filling. Sorry for the little jump cut there. Had to take that out of my mouth. I was gonna hurt myself. But flavor-wise, they're spectacular because you get the toffee, that kind of caramely feel, but then you get the taste of pistachio. I mean, there's no hard pistachio in that, but you get that flavor of pistachio running all throughout that. And I love pistachios, and it's absolutely fabulous. So check those out, the pistachio toffees. And finally, on our trip through Universalyums Spain box, we've got these Spanish chocolate toffees, which hopefully they're not quite as hard. Judging by the looks of it and the feel of it, it's going to be a little hard. So I'm going to give this a taste. Then I'm going to take it out of my mouth, and then I'm going to tell you all about it. Take that back. I don't even have to do that. These are very chewy. The other ones, the pistachio ones, you probably want to let them warm up in your mouth before you start chewing. These Spanish chocolate toffees, you can chew right off the bat. They're very soft, very delicious. I mean, the chocolate is very, not overly powering, but very present and very good. And I love a good toffee. And you throw chocolate in the mix here, and Bob's your uncle. It's good stuff in my book any time of the day. So there you have it. That's our look at the Universal Yums box from Spain. I want to thank them for another outstanding box. Of course, they don't pay me to do this. This isn't an advertisement or anything. I just love what they do. And it really was kind of one of the things that made me think that I wanted to start doing this Snack Attack series. You know, I love interesting snacks from places that, you know, you're not usually getting your snacks from. You know, you go through the snack food aisle, so the old, same old thing, a bag of Doritos, a box of Chips Ahoy, but I like things that are different. I like things that you're not going to find every day, and the Universal Yums is doing that and really kind of opening our eyes to what people are snacking on all over the world. And like I said before, you know, it really shows how, you know, despite our differences, in a lot of ways we're all the same. Like these conics, we've got bugles, they've got these. I prefer these, but you know, it's very similar in how we snack, and really kind of a I know it's probably a kumbaya moment, bring us all together, we are the world, but we are, in spite of our differences, a lot alike, and I think it's good that Universal Yums is allowing everyone to kind of share in what people all around the world are snacking on. And I'd like to share that with you with these Snack Attack videos. And of course, be listening for another podcast, another Snack Attack video. Watch for that on YouTube. We got another one coming up next Monday. And of course, check us out on foodpocalypsenow.com. You can also check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Like, share, all that jazz. You're savvy enough. You know what to do. And thanks for watching.